Hey guys, Dynasty Warrior 6 here again with another Game Finds video. Today we had a pretty good haul with a lot of great little things. It wasn't very large, but it was definitely a solid little pickup video. So we're just going to jump right into it. We'll start with kind of, I got a Craigslist bundle deal I picked up. It's very small, like only 4 or 5 games. And I got one game I had pre-ordered and finally got yesterday. I pre-ordered this a while back, maybe like a month or two ago, and I've slowly been paying on it, you know, kind of in increments. And I finally picked it up, paid off the last portion of it, paid, of course, full price because it is a brand new game. I picked up Injustice Gods Among Us. It's a very good game, a lot like Mortal Kombat, you know, of course, complete and everything like that. I have beaten it already. I played it. Gosh, I think the day I picked it up, I played it and beat it all in one day. It's a really good game, a lot of fun. The fighting is good. It can get difficult, though, at certain points, especially with Superman. Fighting him is really hard because he's really powerful. But I was hoping there'd be more characters. I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more. I know there's going to be 4 characters in DLC content being released in this game, but I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I thought maybe a few more characters. They said they're going to release more characters, so hopefully they do. It's a good game overall, though. The voice acting is awesome. They got George Newbern, who was the voice actor of Superman during Superman the Animated Series. He did not do it during Justice League, though. That was Tim Daly. But George Newbern has also done a lot of movies with Superman in it. Of course, Kevin Connery did Batman. That was great. Cyborg is voice acted by the guy who voice acted him in Teen Titans. If you guys remember that show, that Cyborg is there. Wonder Woman, the same lady who did it in Justice League, did it. Joker is from Richard Epcar. He's the guy who's done Dong Zhuo in Dynasty Warriors. Raven's in this, same voice actress from Teen Titans. Killer Frost is in it, same voice actress from Justice League Unlimited and Justice League. So there's a lot of voice actors and actresses in this game that have done these roles numerous times. It's a good game. I haven't gotten every character's ending yet. I've only gotten like 4 or 5 endings, you know, like Superman's. I've gotten like Green Lantern and Nightwing and stuff like that. But fun game, fighting game, fairly good. If you get a chance, rent it. If you don't like it, great, you didn't buy it. But if you want to buy it, pick it up. It's a fairly decent game, and it plays a lot like Mortal Kombat, the new one that came out, you know, a while back, but because it's made by the same guys. So of course. So next up, I picked up a Craigslist deal, and I'll tell you the price at the end of it. And of course, this was $60. That was $60, of course. But I'll tell you the price at the end of this. But what I picked up this Craigslist deal that Jason had found, kind of with this guy who had a lot of games, and I went to this guy's place, and it was amazing. This guy his apartment is not exactly clean, but he just moved in, so it's completely understandable why it's a little dirty or why its little boxes are everywhere. He's got all these video games everywhere. I am not kidding. I walked into this guy's apartment, and he's got games on shelves, in like bookcase areas, on stacked up cartridges on the floor on piles, just stacked up like, you know, row after row after row. He's like a reseller. He's like a collector reseller, so you know, he does what he needs to do. I didn't pay full price on this, but I definitely paid a good chunk of change with some of these games I've really been looking for a long time. He's a very friendly guy, and I definitely talked to him about, he's got a lot of PS2 and PS1 games too that I'm going to be possibly picking up from him eventually. It's just going to be a time thing where, you know, maybe every 2-3 weeks, pick up a bundle, pick up a few games here, a few games there. But what I picked up today from him, I think was really cool. I picked up, first game was on, of course, Game Boy Advance, and this is the only Game Boy game. The rest are going to be Super Nintendo. But I picked up on Game Boy Advance a game, Shining Soul. I'm assuming it's part of the Shining series. You know, Shining Force, Shining Tears, Shining Rain, whatever you want to call it. But Shining Soul. It's made by Atlas. Very cool game to have in Game Boy Advance. It's got a little Sharpie written on it, but I'll be able to clean that off real quick and easy. Very nice game. He tested this in front of me in his own system. It played first shot. He cleaned it and everything too right in front of me. It was really cool of him. Next up that I picked up from him was a game I've been kind of looking forward to pick up. It was Final Fight, made by Capcom. He does have Final Fight 2, so I will be trying to pick that up eventually. But I wanted to get Final Fight 1 because I don't have Final Fight 1. And for some strange reason, none of the stores in our area really have Final Fight. So picked up Final Fight, great edition, great condition. I saw him, he popped it in, played it, showed it me it was working. Great game. Next up, it was the one game I picked up complete in box. I picked up Kirby's Avalanche. It was really cool. Of course, he tested it. I love Kirby's Avalanche because it reminds me a lot of Dr. Ivo Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine a little bit. It did come complete. Kirby, manual, everything. Great condition. Just fantastic condition. This guy's a great collector or reseller collector. He has a lot of great stuff. We traded stories back and forth and everything. There's that. And then the last game I picked up, and it's a game I've been looking for a long time. Not terribly long, but definitely a while. And it was Contra 3, The Alien Wars. I am so happy to add in Contra 3, The Alien Wars to my collection. I did not have this game, and it was just like, hell yeah, there it is. Contra 3, The Alien Wars. I was just like, thank God I can finally add this one into my collection and call it a week on this, because this game was upsetting me not having it. It's in great shape, label's in good shape, great game to have in the collection. He cleaned it, he tested it right in front of me, played great, first shot, everything. Amazing. Amazing condition, amazing cart. It's like perfect. So, very happy to add in Contra 3, The Alien Wars to my collection. So that was it. That was the bundle deal. It was 4 games, and it came to $50. It is a little more than I normally would like to spend on, such a kind of sadly small amount of games for $50, but I think the games kind of warrant that. I had talked him down too, and he had gotten offers for these games, and plus other ones, but these other guys were cutting him down a ton. I cut him down only a little bit, like I chipped off a little bit of the money. I think getting Kirby's Avalanche was really cool, complete in box. That's a really, cute little Super Nintendo game to have. Contra 3, of course, is great. And Final Fight and Shining Soul, these are all great games to have in. Definitely a Super Nintendo week, though. Definitely a Super Nintendo week. So, that's it. That was the games I got this last couple just today. And, with Injustice Gods, the new game, plus these, 3 Super Nintendo games. Definitely a hell of a haul. I was happy to get it. The guy was really friendly. I told him I would email him a list of games I'm looking for. He's got a lot of games. I am not kidding, guys. I talked to this guy for like an hour looking at everything. I saw he had, geez Louise, he had Wild Arms 2, 3, 4, and 5. The collector's edition of Wild Arms. He had Suikoden 5. He had, Suikoden 3 and 4 as well on PS2. He had, just everything you could possibly imagine. Like, he's got the entire library, cartridge only, sadly though, but the entire library of N64. So I asked him about Sega. Sadly, he doesn't buy Sega very much. So odds are I'm not going to get any Sega games from him, but I can always add in more Super Nintendo and increase, my collection there on that, because I lack on the Super Nintendo greatly. So great haul, I think personally, though I did spend maybe a little too much. But I'm happy to add in these, these games, especially because I've been wanting to play Kirby's Avalanche. I've been really wanting to play Contra 3, and Final Fight is just a great beat-em-up game. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. We will have another Game Finds hopefully next weekend. If not, it might be a little tight on funds, but we're definitely going to aim for something. We're going to aim for something small even. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys later in the week, and I hope we find something. So see you guys later.